Hello and welcome back. Today I'd like to get into the stark, real, honest, actual differences between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. There are very obvious and very clear differences between the two, and I'm going to try and summarize them in this talk today. Trump is right on point with what all Americans need and want to hear and want to believe. They are angry with being lied to and deceived and have become so disgruntled and angry that they want change. Now, Hillary Clinton is wrong on about all she says and does for America. She has a history, 35-year-long history, that shows all the mistakes she's made. And no need for me to get into it, because if you honestly want to make the right choice, you will look into it for yourself. Trump is a good force for America versus Hillary as an evil force for America now and in the past. As I said, she's proven that time and time again with her lies and has cost people lives. She promotes hate, she promotes racism, and she lies throughout her campaign just to try and sway over those people by lying to them. Nothing positive comes out of her mouth. She doesn't give you any examples of what she would do to change the misery index that all Americans are suffering right now. She would repeat and continue to repeat what the progressives and Obama have done for 100 years. Donald Trump is honest to a fault. He makes mistakes because he speaks from his heart and from his mind, and because of that, up to this point in time, he did be too honest, like I said, to a fault. And it has gotten him in trouble, and as all the pundits and the news media, they keep bringing up any little mistake over and over. They don't look at the big picture. They don't look at the overall Trump. They don't look at the overall message. They'll pick out a tie, his hair, his last word, or his last speech, and don't look at it from the big picture that America is hurting, suffering, and most of the citizens are unhappy. And he's trying to bring that joy and happiness back to us by presenting a bigger-than-life image of what America could be once again. It was great. I grew up in the 50s and 60s when it was at its best. I saw it in the 70s when it began to grow again. I saw the 80s with the internet bubble and what it did. But I have also seen the political correctness and the overcompensation for ideological beliefs take over, as opposed to just good old-fashioned convictions and the rules that the Founding Father put down for us. Very simple. And just as Jesus says, do unto others as you'd have done unto you. What else do you need? If you don't want to hurt, then don't hurt someone else. That's as simple as it is. Can't be any clearer. Hillary is a masterful, skillful liar, spreading fear and division amongst all the races and all the religions of America. We don't want a leader that continues to divide this country. We want a leader to unite this country. We want a leader to be strong. We want a leader to be the bigger-than-life character that Donald Trump is. Hillary epitomizes failure and has this aura about her that is sickly. And I believe that that's starting to come through. Karma does catch up with you at times. And Donald Trump is a champion for Christianity. He has spoken and he has said that he'd like to reverse the Johnson Amendment, which keeps churches out of saying the truth and getting involved in the formation of our governments. I think that'll be a good thing. Get Christianity back on the forefront and get the Pledge of Allegiance back where it belongs, and get the national anthem and the flag where it belongs. It belongs in our heart and above our heads to make us proud and brave and courageous once again. These political correct leaders that we have had right now have almost formed a a force of tyranny and make you afraid to do and say the right thing. My slogan has always been, do the right thing in your choices. When you make that choice, weigh and measure them. Are you doing something good or are you doing something evil? Hillary, I believe, is doing something basically evil in that she lies and does and uses any means or method to get her ultimate way. And that is not good for America. It's not good for individuals. It's not good for corporations. It's not good for communities. And it sure as heck isn't good for our country. He is the champion of Christianity. She is the chameleon of lying and does anything to further her own cause. I want you to really ponder and think through these things, because these choices that we're about to make are probably the most important choices in our lifetime. Who is going to be our leader? Who is going to bring us out of this morass and this despair and hate-filled atmosphere that we all see in television and in all the various fanatic groups that keep popping up and getting attention when they shouldn't be. The choices to me are crystal clear. If you are honest and open-minded, then Trump is the only choice. If you are closed-minded and you are still an ideologue and you're still a left-wing progressive, nothing I say or do or anything anyone else says or does will change your mind's perspective. You are brainwashed, as I said in my last YouTube talk. So many of you are totally conditioned and brainwashed from the very beginning. You are so closed-minded, narrow-minded, unconscious to the truth that you would rather follow a lie over the cliff like a zombie lemming without being your own person. My books, my talks have all been trying to instill in you the desire to find self-truth, to find self-enlightenment. Follow your own drum. Don't listen to the beat and the drip, drip, drip of all the lies the mainstream media are blowing at you through every aspect, through the newspapers, through the internet, and especially through our major networks. When you realize that 6 major global corporations control 90% of the media that comes in your mind, then you can understand that you are being conditioned and brainwashed and are really no longer your own person. So all I ask is that you really stop believing others, search for yourself for the truth, look at the people, look at Donald Trump's face, look at the glow, look at the aura, look at the smile, look at the energy, look at the determination versus Hillary Clinton. You see this low, I hate to use this, low energy, low stamina, calculated individual who's trying to pull the wool over all America once again. So please check your heart, check your mind, and make sure you do the right thing. So until we meet again, Godspeed.